Nervous? A little bit, yes, but I think we're going to be okay. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the madness that's surrounding the apps lately and how I'm about to lose 2 sources of income. And for those of you who are interested, you're now going to get to see what Corner Shop looks like on Uber Eats. So sit tight as I take you along with me on my day while I use the infinity apps that I have to make some money before they're gone. Let's talk about the multi-app madness that's going on right now. First off, if you haven't heard, DoorDash had a major glitch on their app to where they were allowing customers to get all kinds of free stuff, alcohol, food. There's a lot of stuff that you can get for free if they're letting you get it. Next, the end of Corner Shop. Corner Shop will no longer be a thing. All the grocery orders that we were getting in Corner Shop will all be merged into the Uber Eats app. And a lot of people are saying that it's already happened in their area and the pay sucks. I'm not looking forward to that. Well, get ready, because here is your official email. So sorry, Charlie. And lastly, I went to sign into Burpee just to see like what's going on with them because I haven't gotten any alerts from them in a while. And they're gone. So, needless to say, a lot of the apps that I had on reserve, Corner Shop was a primary app that I was doing for grocery. They're all gone. So what does this mean for me? Well, just as I always say in this kind of gig economy, you got to know what you're getting into. If you're going to do gig work, especially running these gig apps, you got to know nothing's for certain. I mean, just in one app, things change from day to day. So what do you expect is going to happen working multiple apps? So in turn, getting back to basics, Instacart has a very small order that I'm going to go do. I was waiting around and nothing was coming in, so I just went ahead and snatched this up. It's a 12 smackaroos, 6 items, and the customer's like 2 miles away from the store. You know, nothing to blow some balloons up for, but it at least gets me out of the house and get started. Now I've been doing some Instacart here and there, and even before I started doing Corner Shop, I have always been a fan of, I call them the micro orders, just something really small, get in, get out. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time shopping 30 plus items. That's just not my jam anymore. But since Corner Shop is going to be gone, that might have to be my new jam. I have to put it back on the playlist. Like I was just saying, guys, you're just going to have to adjust. I don't like a lot of change, but doing this kind of stuff right here has forced me to adapt to survive, or you get left in the dust. There's 2 things for sure in life: death and bill. You're always going to owe somebody something, and these bills don't care what app is here today or gone tomorrow. You just got to figure out how to make your money. So that's all I'm doing right now. You know, I think some of you guys were actually hoping for this day, you know, when I return back to doing a whole bunch of Instacart videos. Well, you got your fucking wish. There we go. Some ice and some very healthy rice cakes. So yeah, I have to relearn some basic skills. Stuff just wasn't where I thought it would be because I'm so used to shopping at Randall's. Now, all of us who make these videos, we have things we love about these apps and things we hate about these apps. I know there are many things I wish Corner Shop would change. Doesn't matter now because it's gone. One thing I did like that I really didn't pay attention to, now that I'm kind of going back into Instacart, you don't have to focus on the screen. You know, in Instacart, if you're not watching the screen like a hawk, you're going to miss out on some really good orders. Corner Shop, you could just be cruising, maybe doing some other apps, you know, Grubhub or whatever, multi-app thing, and they'll send you the alert, and then you can actually see if that's something you want to take. If I'm not looking at Instacart, there's some little things that pop up, but you know, by the time you get into the app, especially if it was a good order, that stuff is gone. Talking to a few people on Facebook, they were kind of telling me how they've been able to get grocery orders more often, I guess, than restaurant orders. They pretty much said if you're parked in the parking lot of the grocery store, you're more likely to have more grocery orders come through. That's kind of how Corner Shop was when it first came here. They were pretty much saying if you stay parked in the parking lot, you are guaranteed at least $100. They had like this stay in parking lot guarantee. Pretty much they just want you to be on the ready as soon as an order comes in, knock it out as quickly as you can, you know, just to kind of get the advertisement out there, you know, for the customers. And we're here dedicated to get these orders pushed out for you. Again, none of that matters, but it sounds like Uber is adopting that model. If you're very close to a grocery store or parked in the parking lot, you're more likely to get a grocery order. I think Instacart is doing that now. Again, like I said, I haven't been in here in a while, so I don't know. All right, so I just pulled up to this Asian restaurant here. This is Tuk. It doesn't matter what it's called. This is $8 for 6 miles. I'm glad the pay was more than the miles because I was flipping screens and accepted it by mistake. So I'm just gonna do it. Hello. Yes, for Sarah? Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you have a good day.
You too. Just got back in the car, and Instacart had this nice little order waiting for me. This is what I don't miss. 17 miles. I mean, 12 items for 22. That's awesome, but not for 17 miles. No, ma'am, sir. You know, I often question the path of some of these GPS routes. And normally I look at it before I go, but I was like, you know, let me just trust it. I won't do that again. It took me down the street, across the light, to only take me back that way when there was my own fault. Because there was clearly a path that I could have took straight going to the left that would have alleviated all this driving. We can't be playing around on the road like this. Not right now. Not when the gas prices are like $8 a gallon. We can't do that. Fix it. Fix it. Fix it. So yeah, fix your programming. I think I mentioned this once before. I'm trying to get in the habit of not sending customer stuff directly on their doormat. That person actually had a fold-out tray right next to their door, which was great. Now, Instacart. This is what I'm not looking forward to trying to go back into this app. You know, some things you're just going to have to get over, but 37 items, $21. An order like that in Corner Shop, it would have been maybe like 15 items, maybe, and it would have been only one customer. Cry me a river, oh. Oh. It's just like the saying is old as time. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Not that I ever like stepped on Corner Shop's neck, saying it's just like the most horrible app ever. I remember going to go get the information for Corner Shop, like my bags and my card, and everybody was laughing at me. And even with this downside, you know, I tried my best to make the app work, and it was doing it for me, but now it's abandoning me. But with that too, that's why I also never try to burn any bridges with any other app, because just because it doesn't work for you in this period, it might actually work for you some other time. You know, before the shutdown stuff happened, a lot of people weren't doing Instacart, and the shutdown happened, people pulled Instacart back out, and it was a golden app. Like, everybody loved it. I will say too, Corner Shop base pay was great. Like, even because when they first came down here, the customers didn't have the tips on there, like it wasn't even an option. And later, probably like within 3 weeks, they started giving customers the ability to tip, and before their demise, you can actually see what customers tipped beforehand. That was great. But I will say base pay was definitely better based upon the amount of items you were going to go get. Sometimes I was like, man, this base pay is so good, I don't even care right now if they give me 5 items for $20. 2 miles, yeah, I think I'm gonna go get it. But you know, most of the times customers did end up tipping, and they end up tipping very well. Oh, Uber's coming in. Couldn't get a capture of it, but it was 10 for $12 for 10 miles, or 10 miles, some random crap, something I wasn't gonna do. I probably have a few things to rant about, talking about Corner Shop and all that, but we just gotta move on. We just gotta move on. Who knows? Maybe when they finally merge it all together, it will be better than we think. Boy, if you don't. But from what I'm hearing of the people who've already experienced the merger, it's not. And even more weird was Burpee. I don't remember getting any kind of emails or anything for them. I remember somebody mentioning them like no longer being serviced in their area, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. And they got going there, they're no longer serviced in my area. So I don't know. Burpee, it was a very DOS application. It looks like someone put that app together in Microsoft Publisher or Microsoft Paint, MS Paint. Like, it was a very elementary app. But like I say, I don't care about it looking pretty, just long as it functions well enough for me to make my money and get stuff done. And the customer base of Burpee, like I said, it was kind of an older customer base, so they were very appreciative of you going to do their runs for them. Always really nice people. But yeah, it just had some unfortunate issues and gone. And that's another thing too. I'm glad I cashed out my last amount of earnings, because if they would have just up and left, then what was that supposed to mean? And last year they actually sent out some 1099 forms. I don't know how that's going to work for next year's filing, but I have QuickBooks Self-Employed. That's where I keep track of all my stuff, so I can just pull the records from there. But it'd be nice to have something officially from them. So what happens now? Now that I've pretty much lost access to 2 Infinity apps in this multi-app of madness, I have to find some replacements, or start relying on some of the other auxiliary apps that I really wasn't in, because I had some that were actually paying the bills, you know? Just gotta mix and match and move them around. For those of you who asked me before, I have applied for Spark, on the waiting list, and the same thing for DoorDash. Applied for them and I'm on the waiting list, which I don't understand, because I feel like DoorDash just hire anybody. Maybe there's just so many Dashers here in Austin. I don't know. There's a few other ones that I'm gonna have to start looking into now that I've lost 2 of my Infinity apps. And the funny thing, which is not so funny, haha, is I was trying to tell you guys to do the same thing, like apply for everything, leave no stone unturned, because you just never know when one of these apps are gonna do something randomly weird. And here we are in the randomly weird aftermath of everything. And that's another thing too, never get comfortable. What's happening now reminds me a lot of when I lost access to Ship all those years ago. That's just when I went on like that scavenger hunt to find every freaking app that I can. I feel like that's what's about to happen now. I'm going to be scouring the internet for all kinds of different apps, and not just apps, guys. Like I talk about it all the time, different ways to make money, a lot more passive stuff. Like I actually enjoy coming out here and doing this. Don't love it, but I do actually enjoy from time to time coming out here and doing this. It gets me out the house. I've seen places of my city that I didn't even know exist, and you meet some pretty interesting people. It's a good way to just kind of break up your routine, because my routine, if I could help it, I'd just be locked away painting and creating like more videos or whatever. That's what I would be doing, and I would never see the light of day. Oh, we got something coming in here. This is 8 miles for $7, or I mean, if you want to round it up, which I'm not on this one, it's 8 for 8. We'll let that one play out while we wait for something else to come in. And speaking of relying on some of the old auxiliary apps, I'm sitting here in the Randall's parking lot. I popped open point pickup. There's an order there's an order in here. It's $10 for 6 miles. I think I'm going to go ahead and take it. I mean, I'm right here. Nothing else is coming in. Why not? So let's accept this order and shut all the other ones down. Hey, how's it going?
Thank you. What's the name?
Thank you.
This right here is just samples that our company's giving us.
Oh, okay.
So I wasn't too sure. You wanted one?
Got all this stuff put in the car, and these were the free samples she gave me. Like, do you want some free samples? I'm like, yes. This bear shit in the woods. We got some coffee, and we got some water enhancer. And it looks like the water enhancer is watermelon flavor. I'm sure it was just a grab bag, right? You just pick some up and put it somewhere. You don't pick it by customer. Funny.
Funny, yes, but not funny, haha. Funny, weird.
I'll give you some special instructions. People get lost all the time. Well, yeah, the people, when they come in river, they go shooting straight to the main office. Then I have to reverse.
Okay, we're here. And by his instructions, he said take the immediate left, which I'm doing, and the hunt is on. Let's see if we can find this place. Talk about apartments a lot, but trailers are another one that has their numbers about that big. They're not the easiest thing to find, nor are they lit, but I think I found the person we're looking for. Oh, looks like somebody missed me. Corner shop order just came in while I pull up to this gentleman's residency. Let's see what we got here. See, that's what I'm talking about. 12 items from $36. Yes, we're gonna take this. So I just called the guy and let him know that his stuff was at the door, that I did get to the right place here. And point pickup has 2 methods of verification. I know I haven't talked about them in a while, and many of you guys probably like, what the hell is point pickup? But I'm just gonna go over it real quick. They want you to take 2 pictures. One where you actually dropped it off, and if you can, get a picture of the actual building. The GPS actually did not bring me exactly where the customer's house was. It was gonna take me to the leasing office, which is exactly what he said. Most people just like fly by my house and never even come to where I'm actually located. Point pickup was thinking I was supposed to go to the leasing office, but this is where I was supposed to be. And there was a button on there that says this is the correct location, so they can pin you where you are. Anyway, I got everything taken care of, and now we're gonna head to Randall's. I had an issue like this before, one of my other point pickup drop-offs. What I would recommend you guys, take pictures with your actual camera just for proof, and then take the pictures inside the app. Hello, Randy's. How you been? All right, so I just popped open this order. It's 12 items, but the weight is a thing that concerns me. That was one of the things that a lot of people had issues with Corner Shop, myself included. You can't see what you're picking up. It says that the weight of this entire item, or this entire order, excuse me, is 101 pounds and 36 ounces. What could this possibly be? Water? Let's find out. We're gonna start this order. So Crest, baking soda, some vinegar. We're looking for the water. Signature purified water. There's 3 things of water here. Not horrible, not horrible. So it was the 3 waters. That's doable. Now this is a weird combination. In what world would you be eating cheese and peanut butter? That's weird. But hey, some people think I'm crazy for eating mustard and celery, so I can't knock anybody's food choices. Ah, here it goes. I was going crazy looking for this freaking Arm & I passed up and down this aisle like 4 times. I just refused to believe that they did not have Arm & Hammer baking soda in this store. I was not leaving until I found it. That's the last we need of this order, heading out and dropping it off. Let me just say we got to be thankful for the power of editing, because if you guys had to wait in that line with me, probably would have hurt somebody. It's finally out of the store. I'm gonna put my earpods, I just dropped the case. Put my earpods away and I'm gonna get out of here. Mercy.
I was a 4'11", 90-pound but still enjoying.
We're at a red light. Look at this. Look at this. $9. for 68 items. Instacart. Y'all still, are you on crack? I'm hoping that's the person that's giving like a cash tip, because that order just doesn't make any sense. It would take you about a good, what, hour? I feel like an experienced shopper could probably get that done in about an hour. Granted, everything is there and there's no substitutions and nothing crazy. Maybe even longer. But 68 items for $9. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Then the destination is on your right.
Hey, what are you doing over there? They both turned and then began to run towards me.
It's not the best place to be standing. Just saying. This person's on the 5th floor, definitely using the wagon on this one, and they have an elevator. I mean, they better have an elevator. 5th floor, I'm not going upstairs for that. Hey. It says 5. Thank you. I never know how hard to knock when I get to customers' doors. I don't want to sound like the police. I like to say I've been busy, but I've actually been sitting here for quite a while. It is 2:35. I don't even remember how long it's been since I dropped off that last order. Like I say, thanks to the power of editing, because we literally would have been sitting here just looking at each other. There's been nothing that has come in. I had on Corner Shop, nothing. I turned on the restaurant apps, and I've literally just been sitting here. I popped back into Instacart and saw a whole bunch of crazy orders. I mean, here's one right here. Absolute madness. They sent me one that was a little bit more comparable to something that I would see in Corner Shop. So I'm gonna go run and do that one real quick. I think you guys can see it on the screen here. The customer was pretty close, so I'm like, why not? I'm gonna sit here with my AC on. I'd much rather be driving to a store to be doing something, because this is just a waste of time and money. Somebody said they were going to miss me shopping at Randall's because, you know, Corner Shop is no longer a thing, but it looks like I can still get access to this store. I hope they actually added some more cash registers, or cashiers, I should say, because the lines in here alone, the amount of this order may not be worth it if I have to spend 3 hours in the line. We'll see. Now this hurt. I forgot that I had Corner Shop running in the background, and this order came in. One item, $18. It is a Fiesta, but I probably would have done it compared to what I'm doing here for Instacart. You see the difference? Sucks. Well, the lines were actually pretty short. I guess somebody came into the place that they're not so welcoming. I don't know if they stole out of there before, but they were like, this person needs to be ran out of the store, not let into the restroom. I don't know what that was about. All right, so back in the car. Oops, I didn't mark this as delivered. I got some water while I was at the Randall's, and I didn't realize how thirsty I was. Have you ever just drank something so fast or you were just so dehydrated that you didn't even taste it? I mean, not that water has a taste, but I just threw that stuff down my throat so quick. Like, I don't even know what it was. I'm waiting to see what the next orders are going to be. I'm scrolling through Instacart. Feels weird doing that again. And I got Corner Shop on. Hopefully I can get another order from them. It seems like stuff is around. They're just slow to push it out because, you know, it's all coming to an end. Love the dollars, but not the miles. Come on, Uber Eats. Come on. Is this what you're gonna be doing for Corner Shop? This one I'm gonna do. This is gonna be my first shop and pay order. 4 miles? Let's do it. Figured I might as well go ahead and get my practice in, because that's gonna be the app I'm gonna be using to do all the other grocery shops in. It's only 2 items. I say only. I'll probably be in there for the rest of my life.
Your soul is mine.
I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, so we just pulled up here to the Wally Greens. And as I'm scrolling through here, it looks like it just tells you this is going to be pay with your Plus card, submit the receipt. Like all the apps have you do when you do grocery orders. And as I go to the details section, it just looks like you need some Tom. And, ooh, heartburn medicine. What did you eat? Anytime I'm stepping into something new, it can be a little nerve-wracking, but that's nothing that a little old Mentos can't fix. Gotta find out where all the stomach medicine is.
It doesn't matter what comes, fresh goes better in life.
You would think this would be easier, but it's not. It's actually right behind me. And Alka-Seltzer. All I need to do is just turn around. We found them. All right, guys, this app is very elementary, not a lot to it. Once you find the item, you're going to hit the button. You guessed it, found item. If by chance you need to do a substitution, you'll hit unavailable. There you can send the customer a text message as well as a picture of the item you want to use as a replacement. All the orders will be paid with the Uber Eats Plus card, so make sure you've got one of those, because I don't recommend you using your own money.
Mentos. Santos, the fresh
The
maker.
destination is on your right. Arrived.
All right, we met the customer at the door. They got their items. On to the next stop. That is, if there was a stop. I don't actually have an order coming in just yet, but we'll wait and see what happens. Okay, starting to feel the effects of the Uber and corner shop merge. So I was sitting here and an order came through. Did I screenshot it? I didn't screenshot it. It was $22 for 29 items at the Randall's that I know and love, and the customer was 7 miles away. I'm gonna do it because I gotta get used to it. This is what we're looking like. It says it has to be with the Plus card, pay, blah, 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 blah. And this is what the list looks like. Crap, no pictures. But, hey, it's what it is. So if the orders keep coming in like that, I'm cool. If not, what else can I do? All right, so I won't bore you guys with this too much, but I just want to show you guys the screen in case you haven't seen any of these Uber Eats grocery shop. Oh, and I love this. No aisles. Thank God I know this store fairly well. I can probably get through this without too many problems. But yeah, there's no aisle numbers. All right. Let's get it done. This order had pretty much everything in stock except for these noodles, but we did need to do a substitution, which is what I want to show you guys. So I just hit item unavailable. It brings up the camera so you can take a picture of the items you want to substitute. It has a preset text that you can also change if you want. So the substitution is the thing that most people talked about, like if it's more than what's inside the app, like if let's say the item was like $1.99. If the replacement's $2.99, people have had a hard time adding something that's more than the original listed price. So we'll see how it goes. I sent them a picture of all the spicy noodles that it was in stock. Maybe they don't want any and we'll just be refunding it. All right, so he said the fireball ones, which these look good. I think we have enough to complete out the quantity he needs. And I just realized I walked past the beans. I'm gonna have to circle back. Once you're ready to complete the sub, you need to go to the pending list now. You're gonna hit add substitution, type in what it is because there's no scanner on this, the quantity, and confirm the price. Okay, I'm starting to see what they're talking about. As you saw, there was like 59 cents for the original one. These right here are 99 cents. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna say it's 59 cents, move on, and they can do the logistics in the background. That's a hack that somebody told me about, so I'm gonna see if it works. So to answer that question, did it work? It did.
We've been on the run, driving in the sun, looking out for number one.
Okay, so maybe some of these Plus card orders aren't all that bad. This is about 8 miles and this is $18 going in for one item. I wonder what this is. Now for Uber, I think they calculate the total miles. Corner Shop normally broke it down. It shows you how far to get to the store, then how far to get to the customer. Anyway, if the orders continue to look like this, I'll be okay. One item for $18, we can do that.
Pick up on the right.
I didn't know what this person was actually picking up, but I got to a red light and I ended up looking at the details and they want a nicotine patch. I could have called in ahead to even make sure they even had this thing before I drove over here and maybe placed it up front. Then I could have just went and picked it up. Now I probably wouldn't do that for like a whole like 8 items, but just one shouldn't be no harm in that. Anyway, let's go see if they got it and check out. I'm doing one of those Uber orders. Is the nicotine patches back here?
Right over there.
Oh, did you get them or?
You can go around and get it.
Oh. I've never known a cashier that would let you go behind the counter to get items like that. Now, I know it's not like cigarettes, but the cigarettes were right next to him. It's like, oh yeah, they're right over there around the corner. I was like, do you go get them? Because like that's kind of your job to go get stuff that's behind the counter. He's like, oh no, you come around the counter and get it. Now, if I was to say I'm here for cigarettes, would you let me go back and get it? What I'm saying is, people always tell us to do our jobs. And you couldn't, you know what? Let's just scan this in and get on with our day. The other reason why I'm frustrated is because this person right here almost runs me over as I'm coming to get into my car, struggling to park. But then look at all those other parking spaces over there. Like, not to mention there was like 6 in the front. I always park on the side because I just want to be out of the way, but apparently that just doesn't work. Let's scan this receipt in. Next time something's at this store behind the counter, I'm just gonna walk behind the counter, see what they say. Then they'll have a problem. So on the order card, that was miles total, because to get this to the customer, it's only gonna be 3, which would complete that 8 to 9 miles that we saw earlier. Like, heaven forbid, I have you move 4 steps, Mr. Cashier. Okay, I'm done. I promise this time I'm done. Hey, have a good one.
Stay.
Take care. Yet again, someone who did not help me. I get into the elevator, you need one, like a code or something to get up. He said press something, and there was nothing to press. So somebody actually got me up this way, which I'm very thankful for. So we should be able to get down to the lobby with no problem, hopefully. And that lit up. So yeah, he said press 425. There's nothing to press. And on the outside, it's just the buttons that make you go up and down. He didn't get off his post to come help me go up. They normally do. I've been here many times and they normally do that. So he didn't want to do his job, and Walgreens didn't want to do their job. See what I mean? You want to talk about an easy job? Well, all you have to do is just go from the front desk and push a button to let your residents' deliveries up. And you couldn't even do that. Like, and people say we're lazy. Oh, you guys are lazy. Y'all don't have any real skills. Y'all don't want to do any real work. Well, that guy's in a suit and tie. And he couldn't even be bothered to get up to help me get to the 15th floor. Like I said, I've been to this place many, many times. I've done a lot of deliveries here. And they'll say, who are you here for? And they'll walk you to the elevator. It's a little key fob. It's a circle key fob. And they let you up. I was in there for like 2 minutes, and then the doors just finally like closed again. And then they took me up to like the 22nd floor. And luckily, again, there was a couple, just like my last time I was talking about this. A couple came in and I said, do we need like something to like move between levels? Like, oh yeah, we got you. And they put the key fob on there and got me to the 15th floor. What he was supposed to do. Outrageous. Truly, truly outrageous. I think I'm gonna have about an hour more of running around out here today. I've been dipping into the multi-apps of madness because I have to do what I need to do to make my money. And if that's the way it's gonna be from this point on, so be it. I will say though, it has been fun going to some new locations. I'm sure by 7 or 8 o'clock I can make up the money that I need to hit my goal. And for the most part, I think we talked about all we need to talk about in this video. The apps are changing. We need to change as well. If you guys haven't already, I implore you, whatever apps are available in your city, just sign up for them. You never know what app is going to take a dive. Oh, I almost forgot. And Grubhub got bought out by Amazon. So nothing is going to be the same. And quite honestly, we'd be crazy to think it ever would stay the same, especially doing this line of work. But anyway, I'm going to sit in this hot car and sweat off a few more pounds and see how much more money I can make before I head home today. So we'll just kind of wrap everything up here and I'll show you guys what I've made so far. This was my final total for today. You guys let me know how I did. The congregation has some new openings for members. So hit the subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell. So when I make more videos like this, you can come and watch it with the rest of us. Be safe out there, guys. Stay cool, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.
Fine. I'll do it myself.
And just a heads up, if you're looking for more gig-related content, you can now find us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube stories. Also, be sure to check out our merchandise in our Amazon store. Links for everything can be found in the description box below. We thank you in advance for your support.